Have you ever had an aha moment, where your brain lights up and you go, aha? Well, I've lived so long and had so many of those, I don't call them aha moments anymore. I call them duh moments. You know, when you go, duh, how did I not know that? Well, I had one of those moments a while back that I want to share with you, and the lesson that I learned from that duh moment. And if that interests you, stick around. My name is Rashid Huda. Most people call me Rashid Uncle, or some call me Coach Happiness. I have a community on the school platform that's called Return to Your Real Self. And I'll drop the link in the description below. Come check it out. The duh moment that I had was back in 2008. It was the first Monday of April. I remember that very distinctly because I had just started working at Cece's Pizza, twisting balloons and working for tips. The restaurant wasn't paying me anything. I depended on the children's parents to tip me, and I was doing okay. It was something new for me. I had just recently started doing that, uh, and I'll tell you the backstory some other time. But that particular night, it was like I said, it was a Monday night, and the first Monday of April. And when I showed up at the restaurant was practically empty. Or as they say in the restaurant business, it was dead. No kids, no parents, hardly any customers. But I had nothing better to do, so I decided I'm going to hang out and see if I can make some money. Then I found out the reason it was dead was because it was the finals of the men's basketball Final Four. And that's how I remember it was the first Monday of April because that's when it's played. Anyway, I was walking around the restaurant, barely interested in what I was doing because there was hardly anybody there. And then something amazing happened. Bob Seger's old time rock and roll started playing on the PA system. And I started bebopping and jamming to it, dancing. And all of a sudden, I was in a different mood, different world, I guess. And so I walked up to this couple that was enjoying their quiet dinner, and I made a balloon flower and a teddy bear holding the flower and handed it to the lady there. And they were just kind of looking at me like, what are you doing? We're not kids. Um, but when I was done and I handed the flower balloon to the lady, the gentleman reached out and handed me a $5 tip, which was mind blowing because back in those days, I was happy with a dollar tip. Well, to make the long story short, in the next couple of hours, I entertained a bunch of grown men and women, uh, handing them balloon animals, and they just kind of talking to them, uh, shooting the breeze. And I went home with more money on that Monday night than I had ever gone on a Friday night, which was my busiest night. And that experience changed the trajectory of my life. I learned that you make more money when you're having fun, because when you're having fun, it rubs off on the people around you, and the people that you approach feel that fun energy. And the work that I was doing was all about fun. And what I learned, understood, and expressed to everybody was that there is a little kid inside all of us. And so I tapped into their inner child, and as a result, I made a whole lot more money than I normally did. As a matter of fact, I distinctly remember there was this one couple that handed me a $5 bill and insisted that they didn't want anything. They were just having fun watching me work, and they wanted to reward me for what I was doing, because what I was doing was making them feel young and happy. So that's the lesson I learned, and I would leave you with that. If you want to make good money, do something that makes you happy, because that happiness rubs off on your customers, and they will reward you for that, and you'll prosper.